You lie down, close your eyes, and expect rest. But during sleep, your brain never stops. And for those over 60, this period might actually be the most dangerous time for your memory. Studies show that just a 1% drop in deep sleep, slow wave sleep, at night is linked to a 27% higher risk of developing dementia over the years. While you sleep, your brain should be clearing toxins, rebuilding connections, and locking in what you've learned, but without the right amount of deep sleep, it fails. The result, night after night, a little of your mental clarity slips away, and silent forgetfulness creeps in. Maybe you wake up not remembering the name of someone dear, or you need a few seconds to recall a word you know well. These small lapses aren't just distraction. They may be signs that your brain didn't get time to recover. Memory fades quietly, bit by bit, until one day you realize something has changed. But there's hope. Something simple and natural can break this cycle. A warm drink before bed, with ingredients proven to nourish the brain while you sleep. And starting tonight, you can protect your mind night after night. Before we go on, tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? And if you'd like more simple, natural, and comforting tips to strengthen your mind and body after 60. Subscribe to the After 60 channel. Every video here is made with respect, care, and accessible science, so you feel seen and supported. Now, let's understand together why the brain suffers so much at night and what we can do to protect it. As the years go by, it's not just the body that slows down. The brain changes too, but these changes aren't always obvious right away. At night, while you sleep, your brain should be doing one of the most important jobs for your mental health, clearing out the toxins built up during the day. This cleanup has a name, the glymphatic system. It works like a brain-cleaning crew that kicks in when you enter deep sleep. But after 60, this process slows down and often doesn't finish. Why? Because circulation in the brain is no longer as efficient as it once was. Think of veins and arteries like little rivers. Over time, those rivers get narrower and drier. That reduces the amount of oxygen and nutrients reaching brain cells. And without that nourishment, the brain suffers. Connections weaken. Memory becomes foggy. Focus becomes inconsistent. And there's more. As we age, the body produces fewer of the natural nutrients that help maintain deep sleep, like melatonin and magnesium. Without them, we miss out on the most restorative phases of sleep. The brain becomes restless. Nighttime cleanup fails. That's why many older adults wake up tired, mentally foggy, feeling like the night never really happened. It's not just about light, sleep, or age. It's about nutrition, circulation, and long-lost habits. But here's the good news. There are natural ways to restore this process. Simple, affordable, powerful ingredients can reignite brain detox. And it all starts with a nighttime care ritual that few know but you're about to discover. Imagine taking care of your memory every night with a simple, comforting, flavorful gesture. Something that warms your body, calms your thoughts, and protects your brain at the same time. It's exactly what an ancient drink, known as golden milk, can do for you. Made with warm milk, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper, this drink has been used for centuries in Eastern traditions as a nighttime elixir. And now, science is beginning to understand why. Turmeric, the bright golden root, contains a compound called curcumin, a powerful natural anti-inflammatory that can cross into the brain and protect neurons directly. Black pepper increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, boosting its effects. The result? A powerful combo that helps clean the brain, reduce inflammation, and support restorative sleep. But the benefit isn't just physical. Drinking this before bed creates a ritual, a moment of pause, self-care, kindness. And that alone already soothes the mind and prepares the body for deeper sleep, the kind that truly restores the brain. Donna Lucia, 79, from a small village, told us that after 3 weeks of drinking golden milk every night, she started waking up more energized, even remembering small tasks she used to forget. I thought it was just age, but it was my brain asking for help, she said with a smile. If you feel your memory needs some care, if your nights haven't been truly restful, maybe what you're missing isn't more pills, but a bit of nature, warmed in a cup before bed now. Let me show you how to prepare this drink in the most effective and comforting way, so each night becomes an opportunity for mental clarity. The power of this drink isn't just in its comforting taste or the tradition it carries. The real secret is in the natural compounds it delivers to your body silently. Overnight, while you sleep, curcumin, found in turmeric, is one of the most researched antioxidants in nature. It acts like an invisible guardian of the brain, fighting free radicals that weaken cells and cause premature aging of the mind. By reducing brain inflammation, it helps preserve the neural connections, the very ones that support your memory, clarity, and mental sharpness when you wake up. But the formula goes further. When you make golden milk with plant-based or dairy, milk rich in tryptophan, like oat or cow's milk, you're giving your body the raw materials to produce serotonin and melatonin. These compounds not only lift your mood, but also deepen sleep and help the brain enter restoration mode. If you add a touch of coconut oil, you're giving your brain a special type of fat, medium-chain triglycerides. These are quickly converted into energy and help nourish the brain during the night, especially during those common glucose dips in older adults. Magnesium, included in some versions of the recipe, also plays a key role. It relaxes muscles, calms the nervous system, and promotes deep sleep, exactly the type of sleep. The glymphatic system needs to clean and organize your memories. Each ingredient serves a purpose. Each compound communicates with your body, and together they create an internal environment where memory can thrive, the mind can settle, and sleep finally becomes a true ally of your clarity. Now that you understand why this recipe works so, well, it's time to learn how to make it with care, simplicity, and efficiency. Let's go through it together. Making golden milk is like creating a self-care ritual. It's simple, quick, and can turn your nights into moments of silent healing. You'll need 1 cup of milk, cow's, almond, or oat milk, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, powder whey, pinch of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of extra virgin coconut oil, chinnel, 1 teaspoon of honey, if not restricted, optional, a pinch of cinnamon for extra warmth. In a small pan, warm the milk over low heat. When it's just about to boil, add the turmeric, black pepper, and coconut oil. Stir well for about 2 minutes, but don't let it boil. If you'd like, add honey and cinnamon at the end, with the heat off. The ideal temperature is one that warms your chest, but still lets you sip slowly, feeling the comfort spread. Drink 30 minutes to an hour before bed, in a calm setting, no phone, no rush, just you, the quiet, and this moment of care. Repeating this moment night after night creates an emotional anchor. Your body understands it's time to slow down. Your mind recognizes the signal that it's safe to rest, and your brain finally gets what it needs to regenerate. You don't need to make huge changes. Just start with one simple gesture, done with intention, and see what happens to your mind, your sleep, and your mornings. Just as important as what you consume before bed is what you avoid. Because some nighttime habits, though seemingly harmless, might be quietly sabotaging your memory and rest. The first villain is sugar. Many people like a little sweet treat before bed, a cookie, a piece of cake, a spoonful of dessert. But sugar triggers glucose and insulin spikes, which can disrupt deep sleep and inflame the brain during the night. The result? Shallow sleep and poor brain cleanup. Outcome? More forgetfulness in the morning. Another common enemy is alcohol. While it may feel relaxing at first, alcohol seriously disrupts sleep quality. It blocks the most restorative stages of sleep, the ones your brain needs to regenerate. So yes, you sleep, but don't really rest. You wake up with a heavy mind, like you've been through a night of fog and finally, blue light from screens. Phones, tablets, TVs, this artificial light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That cuts melatonin production, your natural sleep hormone. Without melatonin, your body doesn't enter deep rest. The result is light, fragmented sleep, and a brain that wakes up overwhelmed. These habits, when repeated daily, slowly erode your brain's ability to clean, organize, and rebuild itself. But the good news is, just avoiding or reducing them before bed can start to make a real difference. Swap sweets for a light fruit, like banana with cinnamon. Replace alcohol with a warm chamomile tea. And at least an hour before bed, turn off the screens. Give your brain the signal that it's time to truly rest. And remember, avoiding the saboteurs is just as important as adding the right foods. Because sometimes what's holding you back from remembering ... 10 isn't what's missing. It's what's getting in the way. You don't need to wait for a tough diagnosis to start caring for your mind. You don't need to wait for forgetfulness to pile up or morning confusion to take over. Because after 60, prevention isn't a luxury. It's an act of self-love, and it can begin with something simple: a warm cup, a golden blend, a choice made with intention. This small habit, repeated at night, has the power to regenerate your brain from within. Not like a miracle, but like a practice. Like a seed planted every day, gradually bringing back clarity, presence, memory. Remember, clarity doesn't have to fade with time, it can be nurtured. And the more you care for your night, the clearer your days become. Which of these tips do you feel ready to try tonight? The golden drink, avoiding screens, cutting back on sugar. Share in the comments your experience might inspire someone else. And if this video helped you in any way, like, share, and subscribe to the After 60 channel. Here you'll find a space of respect, warmth, and clear information made for those who believe it's always time to strengthen body and mind. See you in the next video.